myself, they can't.
Hello, darlings. Welcome to Cognac's Corner. I'm Cognac Wellerlane, and we're here at Martha Clara Vineyards, and I'm here with this very, very famous artist, Mr. Max Moran. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Cognac's Corner.
Thank you so much for coming to my exhibition.
It's absolutely gorgeous. These paintings are just amazing to look at. I must ask you, darling, at what age did you determine that you wanted to create art?
Oh, kindergarten. I mean, as soon as I got my hands on the crayons and the pencils, my mind just took off. And I saw the possibilities of what can manifest itself from drawing and painting.
And what were your favorite subjects of painting? Maybe even at that age of 5 years old, what did you love to draw?
Things I'd see in magazines, episodes of Gilligan's Island, the Disney shows, things of that nature. I just copy what I saw, and as you become more confident with the materials, you start to explore your own material, your own ideas.
So at 5 years old, that's what made you decide that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. I want to be an artist.
Oh, I wanted to be a great many things, but I think it was always kind of predetermined that I was going to be a painter. Yes.
Interesting. Give me your interpretation of what an artist is.
Well, somebody who creates art, and that definition is always going to have a broad definition and going to get different answers from different people. But I think somebody who's dedicated their life in the pursuit of trying to achieve something either on two-dimensional or, listen to these gentlemen back here playing this great jazz. These people are artists. Somebody who could make an instrument, a piece of paper, a piece of canvas, a piece of steel, make it into something that kind of tickles your emotions, that moves you. If that happens, that magic happens, you're an artist.
Living in the year 2000, the internet can be a great way to promote your artwork. What benefits having a website has been to you? And what do you advise artists do to think that it's more important for an artist to have? And why should an artist have a website?
Oh, I mean, it's just the galleries no longer own the walls.
Absolutely.
Now it's getting the eyeballs, to look at your work because there's so much out there, and filtering through it takes an awful lot of time. I mean, how many times do you get on the internet with a purpose and end up veering off in all kinds of tangents? It's hard to stay, for me anyway, it's hard to stay focused. But I think an artist who has a body of work, who has a portfolio, it really does, if anything else, it gets you feedback. Feedback can be important. It can kind of like make you reassess, and have more of a critical opinion, because, we all think, like our kids, they're the, God's gift, they're the best things in the world. But sometimes, you have to step out and kind of, draw back and look at the big picture. And I think getting back to the internet, get a website, promote your work as much as you can. Don't wait for other people to do it.
I so agree, darling. That's why I have my own website. That's why I'm doing things on my own. Even though I write for the LongIslandExchange.com and other publications, I think it's so important that everyone out there that's in business should have their own website.
Yeah. I think eventually what's going to happen, you're going to have, just like we have back in the days of the telephone and the yellow pages. I'm sure there's going to be, Google right now kind of has the stranglehold, but, with inventive minds, you're going to have people who are going to come up with like the social calendar, the social list, and, things that, direct you and will save you time if you're looking like for figurative work or for landscapes or what have you. And this will help save time, I think, and then they'll of course start selling and the rights and stuff, and then you go to another site. You know how these things morph into other things, but get a website. It definitely has helped me.
Now, tell my audience, if they want to learn more information about your art and and different events throughout the city and Long Island where they should go to learn more about Max Moran.
Well, right now we're having an exhibition here at Martha Clara Vineyards. This is in the town of Riverhead, and you're welcome to come here. I think the exhibition's up for until Saturday or Sunday of next week. I don't know when you go to airtime. Or you can visit my website at maxmoran.com. That's maxmoran.com.
And one final note, darling, what you pretty much said before, what advice would you give a new artist out there that's just struggling along and trying to make his name known in society?
Don't give up, of course. You know, keep that passion. Keep stoking it, whatever stokes it. Go to the museums, you know. Go listen to some great music. Go read a great book that somebody recommended, you know. Just keep, you know, perseverance.
Perseverance. And also, I wanted to ask you about technique. Should an artist have his own technique when he's painting?
I think that happens and is developed as time goes on. When I lived up on the vineyard, I visited Thomas Hart Benton's home, and there was a building out in the back called Jack's Shack. This is where Jackson Pollock used to hang out with Thomas Hart Benton and Summer. And of course, if you look at a Thomas Hart Benton painting and a Jackson Pollock painting, can you see any similarities?
A little bit.
A little bit. Well, there's a distortion of space there. If you look closely, it kind of is warped, you know. But I think if you take inspiration where you can, and you'll know it. You know, listen to your instincts. You know, let the scales fall off your eyes, I say, you know. You'll know it in your heart, you know, what moves you and what you have to act on.
That's so true in life, that really is. Do you have a favorite painting here? Is there one in particular that you really love more than all the others?
They're all my kids. They're all my favorite.
They're all your babies, right?
They're all my kids. Yeah.
There must be one, though, that's kind of special to you.
Well, you know, the old saying is your most favorite painting is the last one you did. And I'll direct you to the Catskill pieces. I was just up there a couple of weeks ago, and East Jewett, New York. And I came out on this curving road, and just the whole ground opened up, and there were mountains and clouds and cattle. And it was this pastoral scene. And it was something out of a Constable painting. And I said, I'm going to come back and paint this, and I did. And the results are hanging on the wall.
It sounds so beautiful, just the way you described it, just the way an artist would describe it. Well, I want to thank you very much for taking the time out to talk to us here at Cognac's Corner. You're going to give me a kiss goodbye, Max? And that's Cognac signing off. Keep watching more celebrity interviews coming up, darlings.